Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first of two live Ask Max sessions. And tonight we have a special broadcast. Now, LinkedIn and Facebook have added new features and they've made many changes that make it easier to build your business than ever before. On LinkedIn, their searching features have dramatically changed. You have catch up and you have some new elements of posting that are going to make it easier for you to use LinkedIn, communicate with the best people. Not to be outdone, Facebook has made some pretty significant changes. So there are some profile edits that you could do that will trigger immediate reactions. There are new story features and the ability to add to your Facebook page that will trigger immediate responses. Now, last night's broadcast was changed to tonight, only it's going to be at 8 o'clock, not 9 o'clock, where we're going to go over new recruiting tactics and scripts that will trigger an avalanche of new business. And we're going to merge that with how to use Max GPT to build your business and make extra income. Because of the schedule change, we've changed boot camp. So boot camp is not going to start tonight. It's going to start on Tuesday. And one of the reasons why we moved it back is in the last week or so, to give everybody the most current information, I've added some new things. So you can go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp, use the promo code BIGGERDEAL to drop the price. We have an extra session, how to develop $1 million mindset, and our scripts book just released. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all are going to be the first, unless you have registered for boot camp, because if you're in the October boot camp, they have uploaded everything. I'm going to take you over there and show you what's available. And of course, now that changes the start date for our 90-day boot camp challenge. All right, so first, let me give you all a peek at our new scripts book. And we've made a lot of changes. So we're going to step you through the process. The key to using these scripts successfully. And again, if we're going to talk to people, why does someone need what you have? And then our 18 universal success questions, and then 10 LinkedIn actions. It was increased from 8 to 10. 12 Facebook actions increased from 10 to 12. And the importance of engagement, posting. What you should know about your prospects before you talk to them in detail about your business. And then we jump into the actual questions. So we're giving you first messages for LinkedIn, second messages, how to start the conversation First message is on Facebook. Second message is how to start a conversation on Facebook. And then the importance of be able to explain to people what you do. But what you're really going to appreciate. So we've added messages when someone has looked at your profile. Now, we covered these in boot camp, but we've added the latest examples of what you can say. We've expanded the explanation of transition lines. And then how to transition to talking about your business. We've also updated the network marketing explanation scripts. And then, of course, we have the happy birthday script, which has also been modified and expanded. Happy birthday script for Facebook, the happy birthday script for LinkedIn. Then the bad weather script. All of these have been updated. A case study, Feel, Felt, Found, has been, again, updated, expanded. How to introduce network marketing to a prospect. How to describe network marketing to successful professionals. When a person doesn't understand anything about network marketing, what you need to know about it. When a prospect mentions pyramids, again, all of these have been updated and expanded when a prospect doesn't like network marketing. So the case studies that we have been introducing have all been edited. Keep in mind that all of these are in a copy and paste format. This one was one of my favorites. Someone has already told me about your company, and I don't think it's for me. By the way, every one of these ended up in closing the sale. And on top of that, it's helped literally hundreds of other people do the same thing. This is a case study that we've been talking about for the last 5 months, where the conversation started in November. The prospect enrolled in the business the following June. A great one here. I mean, I have to tell you, we've taken all of the best case studies, loaded them up in here. And this is, to show you how things change. When LinkedIn celebration feature triggers a new follow-up response. Well, celebration for many people has changed to catch up. We needed to get it out, and then a list of my free training webinars. So there you have it. So it all comes down to visibility. Now it's official. Autumn has begun. You're now in the very best recruiting season of the year. The fact that there will be more signups in various companies between now and the end of December than any other time of the year. People go through a mind shift. In October, leading up to October, to the end of October and Halloween, they start thinking about the upcoming holiday season. What are we going to do for Christmas? What presents are we going to have to spend? What are we going to have to buy? The only question is how many people will be signing up with you? Now you're going to get immediate results and make more sales with my newest project, launch scripts and tactics that, again, have been loaded up into the new boot camp. And speaking about the new boot camp, let me So as soon as you register for boot camp, you now have access to the recorded sessions of the September boot camp, so you can get started right away. Session 1 is going to start on Tuesday. Create your page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them, the daily routine of top earners, and now the scripts book has been uploaded. So for those of you that have already registered for boot camp, go and check it out. You have the first access to it. Again, the scripts book, the four dots over here will give you a chance to just bring it up, look for what you want to connect with, and go to town. Now, let me just say this. The longer that you're not taking action, the more money you're losing. Every day. Every day, you can be talking to people and enrolling 2 or 3 people a week in your business. October marks the beginning of the 4th quarter. So what are your goals for October? What is the state of your business right now, and how many people do you want to bring? There's no reason why you can't be adding 2 people a week to your business. End up the month with 8 new team members. But more important than that, you're going to be able to help those 8 people. November, December. Your business does not slow down over the holiday season. It only slows down if you slow down. Now you can do more business in the 4th quarter than you did all year. So whether you're new to social media or a social media influencer, a new student, a loyal student, or an old friend or an eager entrepreneur that wants to take your business to the next level, this new information, and I mean it is new, will give you a number of unfair advantages over your competition for the rest of the year. And you'll actually beat your competition to the best prospects for your business on LinkedIn and Facebook. And many of you will not only break enrollment records, but your upline, if you have one, is going to be calling you up to find out, what are you doing? Corporate layoffs, inflation, and the rising cost of everything is causing more people to join LinkedIn because they lost their jobs, they want to find new ones, or they want new ways to generate additional income on a full-time or a part-time basis. Think about this. 10 million people are joining LinkedIn every month. LinkedIn has now grown to 1,120,000,000 professional users. Hundreds of large companies have recently laid off tens of thousands of employees and continue to do so. 20% of the people losing their jobs are in sales. And they're available to talk to you on LinkedIn right now. And millions of other working people are actively looking for a side hustle to make extra income so that they can deal with the rising cost of everything. Some of my new prospecting and recruiting strategies, tactics, and scripts work the best in October, November, and December. And when used correctly, they'll enable you to dramatically increase the size of your existing network and experience a significant increase in sales before the end of each month. Many of the recent changes made by LinkedIn and Facebook have made my strategy, tactics, and scripts even more effective than ever before, especially catch-up. And some of their recent changes have made portions of my training material obsolete because those features don't exist anymore. So remember, the key to using my strategies and scripts successfully so you close more sales in less time is to simply use them with the right qualified people. Closing more sales is less about selling and more about listening and solving problems. If your prospect doesn't have problems that can be solved by working with you or doesn't feel like they need your product, it's a waste of your time and effort to continue to talk to them. And unfortunately, LinkedIn is loaded with untrained or mistrained network marketers that are reaching out to the people that you want to talk to. The reason most people fail in sales or network marketing, lose a lot of money and time, is they try to sell their product or opportunity to the wrong people. So remember, you can't fit a square peg into a round hole, and you can't sell filet mignon at 2 cents a pound to a vegetarian. Major change. LinkedIn has rolled out major restrictions. See, you used to be able to do 300 profile searches a month and send connection requests to prospect. Well, that stopped last November. Today, you can only send 5 connection requests a month with a message that's been reduced from 300 characters to 200. You want to build your business seriously on LinkedIn, you're going to want to pay for it. But that's okay, because when used correctly, you'll be able to enroll 2-3 people a week. And because LinkedIn is overwhelmed with bogus profiles being added, LinkedIn has taken an extra step, and in the process of canceling accounts, before they cancel account, when you reach out to somebody, that you may get a message like this: take care of connecting. So big picture, leads are free. You got 120 million professionals on LinkedIn, 3 billion active users on Facebook. And it's easy to connect with people that you don't even know who they are. The content of their profile tells you. And everybody on LinkedIn, for that matter, everybody on Facebook, falls into a category. And for years, I've used the image of a bowl of M&Ms and nuts. By the content of their page, you can pick out the people that you want to talk to. With Facebook, Facebook gives you an easy way, a simple way to engage someone, to communicate with someone, with a like. LinkedIn is the world's largest professional network, and they have done the same thing. And the amazing thing is, I just noticed yesterday that they've changed the images. So you got 1,120,000,000 people. LinkedIn has turned 21 this year. And millions of professionals are now rushing to join. Every second, 4 new profiles are being added. Every month, more than 10 million. People between the ages 25 to 34 account for 59% of LinkedIn's user base. And as a result, LinkedIn is changing. They're now asking demographic questions that, frankly, you want to stay away from. You got 58.4 million companies registered, 129,000 schools, 39,000 different skills. And so when we're doing keyword searches moving forward, you can search for people by profession with skills that would make them more successful in your business. And you got 140 million people that have the open to work frame around their profile. So LinkedIn posts with moving images receive 98% more comments than those without. So Saturday is Happy Teachers Day. Sunday is National Coaches Day. And Monday, on the 14th, is Canada's Thanksgiving. And in the United States, it's Columbus Day. Videos get shared 20 times more than any other content format. Now, I should add to that video/GIFs. Anything that moves. And the number of LinkedIn live streams have increased by 89% over the last year. So here we are, October. Last night started the beginning of the Jewish New Year. Thursday, you've got, today is National Boyfriend Day. Friday is National Taco Day. Between the official holidays and the unofficial holidays, you have more than 50 holidays. And there are strategies and scripts that you can use. And you don't have to wait until Friday to announce it. Since boot camp doesn't start until Tuesday, what you can do is, I just wanted you to know that Friday is National Taco Day. In case you're on a diet. Just wanted you to know about it. But you want to do more than just post it. You want to ask a question. So the question that you could ask that will trigger a response, typically people put hot sauce on their tacos. So you have mild, hot, and very hot. And ask the question, what sauce do you use? I'm taking a survey. What sauce do you use? Then we have World Teachers Day. And we have Coaches Day on Sunday. And this, my friends, is just the start. Remember, you got more than 50 official and unofficial holidays. November, same thing. Same thing. Obviously, the big holiday is Thanksgiving at the end of the month. But we have National Sandwich Day on the 3rd. Pickle Day on the 14th. And of course, we have Thanksgiving. December, your business does not slow down. You have another 50 holidays. Starting with National Cookie I'm sorry, National Cookie Day. That's on December the 4th. The 13th, National Day of the Horse. Same day as National Cocoa Day. Then we have Christmas. We have Hanukkah. We have Kwanzaa. And we have New Year's Eve. There's no limit to the number of conversations that you can have. And what's got everybody excited is, number one, how you can search for people. But for those of you that have been on LinkedIn for any length of time, now we can search for people by their profession, by their military experience, by their skills. And when you use the advanced keyword search, you could search for people by profession and skill simultaneously, by the companies they work for. 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, Rodan and Fields terminated their comp plan. Everybody, they switched over to an affiliate marketing thing. I already have feedback that 4 of my students have already been successful in recruiting Rodan and Fields business builders into their company. The popular restaurant Red Lobster is in bankruptcy. They're going out of business. And Bed Bath & Beyond closed last year, but there are still people that work for them that haven't found a job yet. You can search for people by their location, their city, state, or their country. Search for people by their activity, what they post, changes to their status. Search for people by the schools they attended or when they created their profile. Do a search to see how many people created a profile in the last 24 hours, in the last week, second week or third week, in the last 30 or 90 days. And you could search for people by their desire and urgency to find new ways to generate sales. Now, it all starts with a profile. LinkedIn, universal. Wherever you're building your business, there are people that you can talk to. But your success on any social network is going to depend on a number of factors. Optimizing your profile so it can be found on the internet and in anyone's search results. Adjusting your profile settings so people can see the important details. Understanding the dynamic use of the network and how people effectively communicate. Positioning yourself as an authority within your niche market and industry. And creating effective lead generation methods that turn prospects to business builders. Influencing your audience with effective posting. Efficiently qualifying your prospects to increase your closing ratios. Now, so LinkedIn and Facebook are the 2 best social networks to build your business on because they provide you with the easiest direct access to the most people. Even though LinkedIn has 1/3 of the members that Facebook has, LinkedIn is still 100 times better. That's why it's on fire. LinkedIn makes it easier to find the best people that would be successful in your business, connect with them, show them what you have to offer, and enroll them. And with so many people around the world currently being financially affected by massive corporate layoffs, rising interest rates, and the rising prices for just about everything, more people than ever before are looking for a way to make extra or full-time income and to work from home, and you have the opportunity that provides a solution. And now, with my new tactics and scripts with Max GPT, you can beat your competition to connecting with the hottest prospects. Produce immediate results and faster enrollments. Position yourself as an authority. Ensure you'll be chosen over your competitors and enroll experienced leaders and many more new reps. Now, let me take you over to LinkedIn. Because for those of you that have been on LinkedIn for any length of time, we now have strategies that will help you re-engage. So go over to your network. So my first level of connections, people that I am directly connected to, I've got 11,000. Whoops. Man, they do they do this all the time. Yesterday, when we did this, I had 11,000. Now I've got 10,000. And these people all are connected to other people. The people they're connected to are on my second level. 1,530,000. These, my second level people, well, they've all got connections too. They're on my third level. So, you know, to demonstrate how these third results, frankly, are bogus. Because I have students that, when we go on here, have access to 1,100,000,000 professionals. They do this to get everybody excited. All right? But it's not real. But it doesn't matter. Because if we go back to this first level, there are people that I'm already connected to. There are people that you're already connected to that you've never talked to. And LinkedIn makes it, you can search up here if you know who you're looking for, what their profession is. You can find people. For example, if I wanted to see the people that I was connected to, that had training skills, I got 4,000 people. And some of these people I haven't talked to. So here's a leadership coach. Try to send her a message. I've never talked to her, but we're connected. If I bring up her profile and look at contact information, so we've been connected since February of 2022, but we've never talked. And we've taken one of our new strategies. It's in the scripts book. That will make it easier for you to make connection. We're going to be talking about that tonight. So if I go back over here to my network, and then I go to catch up, this is huge. Because I can see who's recently changed a job. And if I scroll down here, Kimberly is one of my students. So she made a change. And so all the people that she's connected to are going to see this. She's already had 31 people that she's connected to that liked it. And she's had 12 people that have basically sent her a message. So this tactic, even if you're just getting started, gives you an opportunity to start conversations with people. We're going to show you how to do that in our first session of boot camp. Debbie's a student. And just by making an adjustment to her profile, she had 39 people like it, 14 people made comments. This gives her a chance to immediately restart conversations. But my favorite of all these, birthdays. Same thing. Now, Marie has the open to work frame around her picture. Now, this is a change they made since Tuesday. We used to be able to see by bringing up the message feature. We used to be able to review any past communication. They've changed that. So we're going to show you how to get around it. Sherry Catlin was an Isagenix millionaire. We've communicated for years, same thing. Have no way of reviewing previous conversation. So before you send that, we're going to show you how to review the conversation. Now, let me come back over here. So, Stephen, I always like to check out people that are here for the first time. And let me unmute you because I try to find you on LinkedIn. You're not coming up.
Hello, Max. How are you, sir?
I am good, Stephen. Are you on LinkedIn? Do you have a LinkedIn profile?
I have a very slight one. I had taken it down the other day so I could review it and start working on it again. My business partner, Elisha, she is on LinkedIn. Elisha Means, Means. And she's here with me as well.
Hi.
Okay, Alicia, did I spell that right?
Let's see here.
E-L-I-S-H-A?
Elisha. Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. That's you.
Yes.
Okay. So let's take a look. Well, Alicia, first and foremost, well, let me just step back and say for a minute that there are four things that help build profile. What people look at is the banner up at the top,
Mm-hmm.
the picture,
Mm-hmm.
the headline that you have under here, and then, of course, there's another section in here that I don't see, which is how you describe, what you do. Okay. But so going up here,
Mm-hmm.
definitely could use another banner, but she's got one thing, and like it or not, folks, the picture is very, very important. And Alicia, you got a great picture.
Thank you.
Okay. I mean, you're pretty. I mean, and folks, it doesn't matter if this picture is 25 years old. Okay. You make the best influence on people by your picture.
Wow.
Okay. So now the other thing I'm noticing here, so you got 195 connections. So what I'm going to do, now, one of the things your settings are correct because the connect button is visible. LinkedIn is going to suggest to people to become a follower, and you don't want to do that. So I'm going to send you a connection request.
Okay.
So we can be accepted. We can be connected. So now, here it is. So let's see what you wrote here. So you're an ER nurse.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Come down here. That's not bad. So okay. Now, let me show you. By the way, what business are you trying to build?
Bright Life, luxury travel
Okay.
club.
Okay. So here's the thing. You are creating this profile
Hmm.
for the people that you want to attract.
Correct.
You want to become the person that people are looking for. Do you remember the movie When Harry Met Sally? Remember the restaurant scene? If you have,
No.
Uh,
okay, she remembers. Okay, and again, it's kind of like the waitress asks the woman at the next table, "What are you gonna have?" And she's, "I want what she's having." And so you want to appear
Mm.
as the person that you want to talk to.
mhm.
Mm.
You want to say, you want the person to look at this and say, wow,
I want what she-
wow, I want to do what Alicia does. I want to
Mhm.
have what Alicia has. And so your headline here, you really can use a major, by the way, how did you find me? How did you hear about me?
Max, I've been in the industry for some time, and I've been researching LinkedIn trainers, and
Mhm.
so I knew of you. And when I was looking for that, you came up.
Gotcha. Okay, well, glad to hear that. I tell you what, if you can put in the text, shoot me your phone number. I've got 30 minutes before my first coaching session, and I can give you a call and suggest some things. But here's why you want to be on LinkedIn. Okay, so we can come up here and we can do a search. You're a nurse.
Hmm.
And
Yes.
this is just one category. So on LinkedIn, you have 6,080,000
Mm-hmm.
nurses. Now, we could say, look for opportunities and then filter it down by nurses.
Okay.
So you've got 13,000 nurses that are looking for an opportunity. But here's the interesting thing about nurses. Even if they're not looking, even if they say, hey, I'm not looking for an opportunity, show me a nurse that has been in that profession for more than 6 years. They know all about network marketing.
Yeah.
Okay, because somebody has told them about it. For example, is this the first network marketing company you've worked with?
No.
Okay, I rest my case. So the key, so this is nurse looking for an opportunity, nurses. Now we could come back and we could say, you know what? Show me all the ER nurses that are on LinkedIn. Now, what we have to do, we want it to treat it as one word.
Okay.
So we have to bracket it in quotation marks.
Got you.
So it treats it as one word. You got 10,000 ER nurses.
Hmm.
You know, it's easy to connect with people that share your work experience.
Mm-hmm.
We find people that went to the same school you did. And so if we did this, looking for opportunity. ER nurses. That's 75.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So the thing is, you can filter this down. And I got to tell you something, it doesn't matter what you're selling. It really doesn't. If you have any clue as to who would benefit from using either the products and the services, or now let me, okay, I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to do, let me bring up, Michelle. Now, I just started working with Michelle.
Mhm.
All right, now let's look at Michelle's profile. All right. So it's all about, again, remember, I want what she's having. So if you're in travel, what you want to do is you want your head, your banner to show maybe a different location.
Okay.
And so you change, I'll go into more of this. But the whole idea is you want to be the person that's looking for an opportunity or subliminally is looking for an opportunity. You want to be the person that they want to talk to. And so that's the way you filter everything down.
Mhm.
And when you do it right, let me just write down your number. When the whole process becomes easier, and it doesn't matter what you're selling. So I'm going to come up here, and I love success stories, and I want to bring up Dan Ladd. Now, Dan was a student. Actually, I shouldn't say was. He still is. But initially, he had a cleaning business. He invested $150,000. He was actually the company's first can't think of the word now, franchise. Okay, and then he fell off a roof. He broke both of his feet. So while he was healing, he connected with one of the leaders in Melaleuca. So he signs up in Melaleuca. And then after 2 weeks, he found me and he signed up for my coaching program because he really wanted to go fast. So we had 3 sessions and he was starting to kill it. He got it. And then what happened was his sponsor dies, which kind of made him an orphan. So he comes back to me and he says, Max, my sponsor died. Can you help me build my cleaning business? Again, it comes down. So he had this cleaning business and they clean things with drums. It's kind of unique. So we kind of worked on it. And we identified, I said, but wait a minute. If you clean things with drums, you're not limited to houses. I mean, you could do apartment buildings. I said, open this thing up. So we started to reach out to people, and he called in, and this is where is it here? This is what he had to share with everybody. Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you would use the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business. And I think you said that, now they kind of brought you and made you partner.
Yeah, they have actually. Max through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless that we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contact with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, I mean, it has blown up my business. And it's like I said before, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking. I was in network marketing. And I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things that was like, it's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
Now, the thing about networking, okay, you meet people, you connect with people. And for example, that's one of the reasons that, people are always asking me. I have one student who in 4 years has built a business with 500,000 people. I'm going to bring Francisco up. Now, so how do you do that? How do you find people with large circles of influence? And again, it's through networking. So if we come down here, and he says, I'm living this. I got this from him last year in March. I'm living the network marketing dream. The whale that I enrolled in my business in December added 80,000 people to my team by February. So how do you do that? You do it through networking. Now, the way Dan landed this deal with Verizon Wireless was he connected with an engineer that worked for Verizon. Okay. And so, in the getting to know you period, so what do you do? Well, I'm an engineer for Verizon Wireless. I've worked with them for, 12 years. Well, what do you do? So Dan comes back. We had a script. I have a unique cleaning service that enables us to clean anything. We use drone technology. The guy says, really? You use drones? He says, yeah. So then the guy comes back and he says, have you ever cleaned towers? The cell. Have you ever done any? Have you ever cleaned cell phone towers? He says, no, we haven't, but we've cleaned other things, like that. We've cleaned water towers. What happened to him was that the engineer that he talked to told his boss about it. Hey, I found a guy that can clean water towers, that could conceivably, let me go back here. And so he puts this deal. So the engineer that he connected with ends up talking to his supervisor, introduces him to his supervisor, and it just went up the chain to where he cut this deal. Let me find, and Dan started bringing in these big deals. Example, he met somebody that had a Pizza Hut franchise. Hey, he owns a franchise. I own a franchise. So he ends up cutting a deal with a single Pizza Hut franchise owner, who then goes and tells the guy that he bought the franchise from, who has 500 Pizza Huts. And he signed him up. So it's all about networking.
Correct.
Let me come down here, and he came back a couple of weeks later.
Hello.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm really terrific. I've heard from a lot of, no, that's not the one I want. Let me find it. Here it is.
The biggest thing was learning how to communicate with people online, people I didn't know, and being able to make contacts and turn those contacts into something that I could utilize, and doing it the right way instead of, a lot of people just send out a message when they first get on there. But what I learned from you was to build that relationship, and that relationship, whether you're network marketing or building a regular business like I am now, is crucial. And what I do is I own an exterior cleaning company. And, when I set that up, I was pretty much just the first franchise owner. And I'm now a partner of the corporation. So I actually need to change that, as I'm now a partner with this company, of the other two people that are involved. And what we've done is we've taken an exterior cleaning company and we took it to the next level by first, due to an injury that I had, I fell 20 feet. I broke both of my feet and had to have surgery to have my feet put back together. And now, blessed as I am, because I walk well and no one would know it if I did not tell them that I had broken both of my feet March of last year. And after that, we were looking for a new way to do things. So when cleaning taller buildings, we now found drone technology, and we clean buildings with drones. So in what we do, cleaning these buildings with drones, it opened us up to clean taller buildings, and other things, other tall structures. And so I started looking around and talking to people and just using the same techniques that you taught as taught me as one of your students. I started reaching out to different people that were hotel chains, and things like that. And then came across somebody with Verizon that worked with Verizon, an engineer with Verizon, and just started a little conversation. And I mentioned what we do and ended up mentioning what we do. And we started this conversation, and we now will be cleaning towers for Verizon for the next 3 years. We've closed a 3-year, $20 million contract with Verizon Wireless. I mean, we went from being a $50,000, $100,000 a year income type business to myself, $2.2 million next year.
Wow.
That will be, that's just my portion of my area what I'll be cleaning. But we've gone even further than that. Now we're growing at such a rate that we're scaling our business that, we've started a franchise opportunity with, as I was originally, like I said, one of the first franchisees, but we've actually gone to a full all blown out franchise, $20,000 to lawyers just to set up the franchise. We've sold 2 franchises already. We're growing, and it's all because of, not just only because of that, because my partners were involved as well, but I brought the big deals to the table, and I brought those deals learning your techniques and utilizing them. I literally met the Verizon people on LinkedIn. I've contacted them on LinkedIn, and that's how we began this venture. This part of this company. We went from, like I said, cleaning houses and 1-story buildings to now cleaning Verizon towers, hotels, and now even municipal water towers. I've closed 2 deals to clean some municipal water towers, and got 6 towers to clean. And all of that came from contacts made through LinkedIn. We're multi-million-dollar company, through the techniques that I learned from Max. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. As a matter of fact, I was trying to build network marketing business. I never had really had any great success with network marketing until I started working with you, and I was working like I said, it was kind of hard for me to move forward because my sponsor, who I'd become pretty close with, Jason Fisher, passed away. And when Jason died, it kind of took my air out of me, took my breath out. And I was just like, oh my God, I just couldn't carry on at that time. So I just was focusing on what I did day to day, my daily business. And then after a while, I said, you know what, let me see if I can make a few contacts on LinkedIn for my business. And then it just started blowing up because I just never got the air, to go back to my network marketing business. Not that I now know that if I just had, if I needed to build that business, if I even had the time to focus on it, I could build an explosive network marketing company because of these techniques that I feel like maybe I haven't mastered, but I've gotten pretty good at.
Now, here's the thing. The people that he bought the franchise from were blown away by the contacts that the deals he was putting together. And so in one of our sessions, he says to me, they want to bring me in. And well, first they wanted to know how we did it. And I said, there's value to your knowledge. So it comes back and says, well, they've offered me a partnership. And again, having owned a multi-million-dollar publishing business before I got into network marketing and started to do all of this, I gave him some advice. I said, listen, the contribution that you stand to make for this business is so great that you should settle for nothing less than a third. If there's two other guys, a third. And, if they want to offer you less initially, then make it contingent on performance. So when you get to a certain level, your percentage rises. And because you're the guy that's going to make this whole thing move forward. So it doesn't matter what you're marketing. It doesn't matter what you're selling. Most people in network marketing get into it part-time. They have full-time jobs. And over the years, they've applied everything that I taught to their full-time jobs. And so they use it, both ways. Now, our boot camp, I got to tell you, folks, we have a new tactic. We're going to introduce it tonight at 8 o'clock. And one of the scripts that we've taught for years, when you're talking to somebody, if you want to build relationships with them, you can help make some suggestions to improve their LinkedIn profile, because most people don't have a clue as to how to use it as effectively as it can be used. So we're going to be sharing that tonight at 8 o'clock. Again, for those of you that haven't registered for boot camp yet, the good news is I've moved the start back to Tuesday. So get over there and do it. And I will be back at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll do one more of these. And folks, I got to tell you something. I've been teaching this for 29 years. Now, it wasn't in 2010. Yeah, 2010, I gave my first LinkedIn bootcamp training. They had 90 million people. And my students are coming back. I have a student that I'm working with again. We'll share his story today at 4 o'clock. So for those of you that are students, you are going to love some of these new things. If you're seriously building your business, if you've been on LinkedIn for any length of time, we've talked about this for years. Every connection you make is like planting a seed. And you could come back 10 years, 12 years after you made that initial connection, re-engage the person, and the next thing you know, they're coming into your business. So, Alicia, give me 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll give you a call. My number ends in 0007, so you'll recognize it on your caller ID. Until next time, best of luck.